Hello everyone, this is Jeff and Torie, back again talking about Megalo Box. This time we're talking about episode 8.
Yeah.
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 Let's...
So episode 8 was a continuation from the last episode where the Shirato, what is it, Shirato?
Shirato, yeah, I think so.
Shirato company representative Mikio challenged Joe to a fight, but in the end, Joe conceded because technically he didn't concede.
He forfeited the match.
Yeah, he forfeited the match because he was afraid that he would reveal that he had a counterfeit ID and get him kicked out in general of the whole entire Megalomania odds of getting in.
Yeah, so this episode kind of shed some light, some more light on the motivation of Mikoto I don't remember his name. Shirato. We'll just say Shirato Bro, the brother. We shed some more light on his motivations, but basically this episode was kind of like an investigative episode. It kind of turned into like a kind of a detective-y episode because they had to figure out, they had to find some information. I guess a lot of it was exposition. But anyways, the episode starts off with Joe, and he's punching a bag, and he's angry. And I gotta say, I really love the sound effects in this show, because the sound of him just hitting that punching bag was so impactful. It kind of sounded, I thought it was like a gun at first, but yeah, it just shows you how powerful his punches are, I guess. And he's frustrated. Everyone's frustrated, but Nanbu, of course, isn't giving up. So Nanbu and the kid, I think his name is Soshio, they go back to their debtor, I guess the guy that they owe for fucking up many episodes ago. And Nanbu's like, I ain't giving up. I gotta find out why they tried to frame us. And it turns out that the debtor was like, you have one more chance. And he has some information. He had information to help them. He said basically that this guy specifically targeted you for a big reason, because technically there are a lot of, I guess, illegal citizens with underground passes, I guess, in the city. So he's basically saying hey, this guy didn't really have any proof against you. He just found some evidence,
yeah, he was poking around in their area, but he didn't actually find physical proof that would prove Joe that he had a counterfeit ID.
Yeah, so Shirato was basically bluffing, and Nanbu and friends fell for it.
I know. Why didn't they talk to the agent before this, or why didn't the agent tell them that someone was poking around, and this would have just been all resolved an episode ago?
Well, he didn't know it had anything to do with Joe.
You don't think so?
No, because like you said, there's a lot of underground citizens. I mean, I imagine that they probably
that all the underground citizens owe debts to him.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's how they got. He controls a large portion of it, at least, right? Because he has a whole machine, and Fearless Joe can't be the only one that he made an ID for.
That's true.
So, and people will snoop around all the time. They live in a shady world. So I imagine, it was just It didn't really matter until
it was applied
until
to
it mattered,
Joe.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay. Well, in the end, Nanbu's angry because they fell for his bluff, but they know that they need more information than just that to actually take down the Shirato bro, because there had to have been a reason why not only did he want to target Joe, but not fight him in the ring, because if he definitely thought that he can beat him, it would be much better for his odds to actually beat him in the ring instead of him forfeiting.
Yeah, and so this is where the exposition comes in. And in retrospect, I don't know if this is lazy writing, but I don't know. I guess there could have been a better way to reveal this. But essentially, they get more information from literally just a random person. It was just there's this guy who I know used to work for the Shirato Corporation, and we can find him, and he's going to give us information. So they pull in this brand new character, and he's literally just there to tell them all the secrets, all the goods. So it was a little bit lazy, but anyways, the guy tells Nanbu and friends more of the story behind Shirato. So Shirato, in the previous episode, we learned that he wants to basically like crush her sister and like beat her. But we kind of speculated as to why, and our speculation was mostly like he wants to take over the company somehow. But it's a little more complicated than that. So basically, the story is that the brother and the sister were competing as to who could make the better gear. And so the brother went off and made his own gear, which is like AI. It's controlled by like an AI. And the other gear, which is made by the sister, Shirato's sister, her gear is like an integrated gear. Mm-hmm. So like it fuses with the body, and it's like it works with the body instead of like I guess controlling it. But the key thing here is that the Shirato Bros gear AI only detects electronic signals from the other person's gear. So, because Gearless Joe doesn't use any gear, this gives him they think it gives them an advantage, and that's why he didn't want to fight him, because they thought he was afraid to fight him.
Once again, they should have done their research before all of this and pulled this random guy an episode ago, and they would have been better off,
But they didn't have any reason to.
Yeah, but they should be researching all of their candidates anyway. I mean, they should be researching the type. I mean, they've done that in the past where they research the gear and the, like what their weaknesses are and stuff like that.
Like with who?
Like with the fighter, the what's the guy, the army guy that got disabled. They like looked at or they analyzed what he's bad at and.
Well, did they? Well, that's only because the Nanbu knows about him. He trained him.
Yeah.
Was there anyone before that they researched their gear? It was more like they researched who they were as people, but not really like the gear itself.
I guess so, but as they get higher up, the gear gets a little bit more sophisticated.
Well, why don't you be a gear coach then?
All right. I mean, Sachio, that isn't that his job. He's the gear guy.
I guess Sachio should be looking into it, but I don't know. I guess I could forgive them for not really looking too deep into it. I mean, all they know is it's AI controlled. I would think that so I guess it's like that's all they thought it was AI controlled. They didn't even consider the possibility that there was some kind of like weakness attached to it. Because it's not like you can conjure up the idea like, maybe it only reacts to gears.
I guess it's
other
true.
Gears. I don't know. I can forgive him for that.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess initially you would just think that Joe has a huge popularity growing on him, and for the Shirato bro to gain his popularity, he would have to defeat him in the ring. So it would only be natural that he would choose him as a companion to take down, but he had a different motive all along.
Yeah, basically he Shirato bro beat Shirato sis to the punch, basically. Mm-hmm. Well, so yeah, anyways, the motivations are laid out now. Oh, well, so basically that's why Shirato bro is fighting, because he wants to get to Yuuri, the grand champion. Well, we assume he's going to be the grand champion, and I think he is. He wants to fight Yuuri, because Yuuri is Shirato sis's competitor, and he's wearing the integrated gear. So this is basically a chance for him to prove that his gear is better than her gear. And it's basically just a sibling rivalry. So yeah, with all the motivations laid out, the only thing left to do is for Nanbu and friends to figure out how to actually
get Joe into the running again since he's out of it.
Yeah, because they're about to announce that because Joe forfeited the match, Shirato bro will be announced to be the fourth competitor in Megalonia. And I think this is where the strongest part of the episode happens, is when Nanbu, I don't know how, he somehow is able to talk to Shirato's sister. Like, he gets an audience with her, but I don't know, it's weird, because she's like the top of the top. She's like the head of the corporation, so I don't know how he was able to talk to her personally.
Yeah, and alone.
Yeah, exactly. Not even like anyone around her. It was just one-on-one.
And she was literally about to go announce the championship, the Final Four, and she was like, yeah, I don't have time for this. And she just walked 5 minutes later. She's in front of the stage.
Yeah, I thought that was a little bit weird. Like, if you have a big company, maybe you have him talk to your representative, first of all.
Yeah, I mean, she's probably really busy setting up stuff. Like, she doesn't have time to just talk to this random lowlife. Yeah, the coach of the guy who forfeited the match. Mm-hmm. Although I guess you could say she was interested to hear what he had to say, because she did say
I thought you were going to tell me why you forfeited the match. So
Yeah.
maybe she wanted to hear it straight from him.
Yeah, curiosity or something.
Yeah, I mean, in any case, this is where Nanbu, I think, really Nanbus it up. He basically lays it all out on the line. He continuously pushes and pushes for Joe to be in the ring, and the Shirato sis keeps, saying no, and then in the end, Nanbu grabs her by the arm, and he's like, "If you don't let me in, I'm dragging you down all with us," by basically revealing that, because he has proof that Shirato Bro basically made them forfeit the match.
Yeah.
And if he's threatening basically to release that information and put a bad name on Megalo Box, which is a good plan. But then the girl's like, "Nah," and then she walks out. And she's like, "You're staying right here now," and the door just closes.
Did you think at the end of that she'd actually bait and take it?
Yeah, I think so. Mm-hmm. But I like that they didn't do that.
Yeah.
Because, and I should also mention, because there's a key 2 words in this episode. What are the key words?
Keywords are genuine article.
Yeah. So genuine article, that shows up over and over again in this episode, and there's a flashback to when Yuuri uses it, and then Nanbu tells Shirato that Gearless Joe is the genuine article, and then she's like, oh, "Genuine article.
Where have I heard that before?"
And then Yuri's like, "The only ones who can survive are the genuine article," and that basically happens over and over again. So that's the second time she's heard it, and then the third time she hears it is later on in the episode. Basically, they're about to announce who the 4th competitor is gonna be, and then Gearless Joe rides in with his motorcycle, and he's like, "Stop!"
Well, I like the scene before that when Nanbu is trapped in the room and he's just like trying to break himself out, and he's just like repeatedly hitting the door over and over again, and he's sitting on the floor defeated. Mm-hmm. It's just so sad.
Yeah.
And he's like talking to Sachio on the mic, and it's like fading out.
Yeah.
Bad signal.
I fucked up. But so yeah, Joe takes action into his own hands and rushes onto the stage with his motorcycle, or from his motorcycle, and then he's like, "I'm the genuine article," something like that. I don't know. Someone says genuine article, and then boom, that's the 3rd time, and then Shirato sister is like, "Aha, genuine article! I get it now.
I must do this now."
Yeah, and she finally concedes and decides to give Gearless Joe another shot at the match, and that's basically the episode. So yeah.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Do you think this was natural?
What do you mean?
So, I don't know.
Natural?
Like, do you think that the character of Shirato Shirato sister, like, that's in her nature to do this? Like, does it feel like it would be natural for her to do this in front of, like, a crowd of people that are looking at her?
I don't know. I don't see why not. Why wouldn't it be?
I don't know. It just seemed too practical. Like they could have easily just been like, "Get this fool off the stage," and escort him out. And I don't know where the security was in this scene.
Well, so I think this moment is earned, because if that's all it took to convince her, like if Nanbu was taken out, and I guess if Yuuri didn't say anything about the genuine article, mm-hmm. and it was just Joe at the very end being like, stop this, and then she just gives him the ticket just because of that, then I think that'd be bullshit. But because the show took its time to basically keep pushing at her and like pressing her to make a decision about it, and she kept saying no over and over again, her finally saying yes, I think was expected, but I also, I think it was a genuine conclusion that eventually, and plus, she also has the motivation of wanting to see her brother beat. So I guess it was like competing motivations. Like on the one hand, she needs to save face and make sure that Megalonia keeps going as planned, or like basically as smoothly as possible. But on the other hand, she still has this rivalry with her brother. So I guess in the end, that kind of won out, and she decided, you know what, fuck it, I'll let them fight.
Yeah, and I think I'll bring up one more point, that it is good TV. And not just even good TV for us watching as an audience, but all these hundreds of thousands of people that will fit in this, like...
In the Megalonia.
So, they're all there
it's drama.
in their fancy clothes and
Yeah.
their rich money. So I guess it adds a little bit to the money factor.
It's like WWE. It's just wrestling drama, basically.
I guess it's true.
Know? And so, I don't know. I feel like, it's really smart of her to do that from like a business perspective as well.
I guess the security is low though, that they allowed a full motorcycle to just drive on in and
that was some weak security.
Yeah.
So basically you have to imagine that he drove past a non-existent barrier because he didn't even drive past any like those like things that go up and down the turn, I don't know what it's called.
Like a gate.
He didn't even have to drive through any of that, and there was only like a few guards. And then he busted through some doors, supposedly.
Or maybe they were open.
I guess.
It was a little stuffy.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever, he's Gearless Joe. So I like the way it ended. I like how it took everyone's effort to basically convince her to get him back onto the ring. So I'm excited for the fight.
Yeah, me too. And Gearless Joe's probably going to win.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, to be expected, but... I don't know. Do you think he's going to make it all the way to the top and win?
Yeah.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's deserved, but maybe.
Yeah, I don't see... I mean, the show has surprised me a few times already, so it might throw some more surprises in my way.
I have another question.
Okay.
So in the picture that starts off every episode, or like the poster that's displayed for it, has Gearless Joe in some pretty sick like gear. It's just like all tattooed and shit.
Oh yeah.
Do you think he's ever gonna wear gear?
I kind of want him to, because in the beginning he was wearing some cool, it was like junk. It's basically, that's the thing about this show that I think kind of sucks is like the concept of like having cool robot things attached to your arms. It's still in the show, but it doesn't apply to the main character. But I kind of wish that it still did, because it's just cool, But now instead we just got like a main character that doesn't have stuff. Like they basically just threw that idea out the window when they tried stealing that one advanced gear, and then it just it got destroyed.
That's because they had like 5 days to come up with new gear, and they were
exactly. But I'm saying the show itself is saying this is not what the show's going to be about. He's not going to wear gear. You know what I mean? And then it was just like, now you're going to be Gearless Joe. Well, like I said, that's the drama. It's fine. I don't think he's going to wear gear, though. What do you think?
I really hope he wears gear. Same thing. I just want to see that. It's pretty cool. But
a junk gear.
Yeah, I mean, how can you be called Gearless Joe and then wear gear? It kind of ruins your name.
Yeah, you wouldn't be Gearless Joe anymore.
You'd just be Gear Joe.
Gear Joe. You just be Joe.
Yeah, that's even worse.
Okay, well, I hope you guys like that.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, see you next week for the next episode.
If you guys like sports animes, we got a sports anime podcast called Anime Ricochet. We're going to be doing an episode on this show when all of it is released and when Kobe has returned. So, just check out our channel. Let us know what you thought of this in the comments and like it.
Yeah, please, and subscribe.
All right, bye.
Bye.